traders, welcome to another week. It's Joseph here from Eightcap. This is the Trade Zone Asian session update. So far this morning, we're seeing risk markets higher. Dollar has started the week lower. We're also seeing US indices, index futures continue to trade higher after Friday's gains. At the moment as well, crypto started the week in the positive. Bitcoin, the gains aren't too big though, but we'll get into a couple more in detail. Gold's also shown some started the week higher, and at this stage as well, we're seeing the ASX trading higher as well. So, just looking at last week, we saw 130 added to the Dow, 18.78 to the S&P, 63.98 added to the Nasdaq, and the Russell 2000, which is also called the Small Cap 2000 now, that added 12.57. So European stocks also finished the week in the positive, with the DAX adding close to 1%, the FTSE just over half percent, and the CAC added 1.32%, and the Stocks 50 added 1.08%. So it was all really in relation to the key news piece that came out last week, which was the US employment data. It's pretty robust over there still. We did see average hourly earnings increase to 0.4%. We saw 199k added in the payrolls, and unemployment came in at 3.7%. So I think with the payrolls coming in just sort of slightly higher than expected, and I think it wasn't too much of a shock. It didn't really freak anyone out, and didn't really look to be a big worry in terms of being too hot. There's sort of just says the economy is still doing okay. So we did see stocks rally, and I don't think it has really obviously didn't really put forward our rate hike worries in regards to risk markets like equities, as they did rally on Friday to close out the week. Now we will do an economic outlook later today for this week's news. Now the ASX is off and running. It's 3 minutes into its session, so it opens alphabetically, so it does take a little bit of time to get fully open. At the moment, it is trading 6.40 points higher. Friday, though, we did see the futures finish the week very firmly for the ASX, and we can see here that lovely session to end last week, moving above 7,200, and oil as well finished the previous week very firm. We saw just 2.32% added, and at this stage it hasn't started the week just yet. We'll continue to see if that momentum will carry forward today after what was a pretty very bearish week last week for oil. We only saw the single day there where it posted a higher close, and also indexes we are watching to see if this bullish momentum carries forward. So we can see here with the US 30, we're just saying to test that resistance there, and we are looking to see if we get a new breakout and a new extension higher. It's the same with the NDX 100. We were watching it last week, it was in that kind of position as well. We can see on Friday's session that it just has pushed and peaked above resistance at 16,059. So we want to see if that can continue. We may do an in-depth update on that later today, as it does look to be quite a nice setup there as it starts to break above that range resistance. And gold, with all the excitement that we did see last week, it was a little bit flat end to the week, wasn't it, with that move down, and that was after a bit of a roller coaster week. It has started this week a little bit stronger, but the dollar rebound on Friday after the payroll data, it sort of took the wind out of a few market sales, and that included risk markets as well. So we can see that while they are firmer today, we can see some of those declines last week. The Aussie does have a fair bit of support at this stage from 65.42 up to that 65 area, and the euro as well, we're seeing a bit of support at 1.0756, and the pound, it doesn't have as clear support, but we can see plenty of demand anytime the market's been below that 1.2537 area. So another one, as well as the dollar CAD with oil, a couple conflicting influences there. It did have a move down, but it pulled back with dollar strength, and at the moment there's another higher low, but there's resistance sitting at 35.98. So it's sort of been a little bit of just a holding pattern at the moment. We'll need to see which side gives up first and which direction we get to going. So it's really all the way up to 36.13 resistance, but we're seeing so much demand down to around 35.49. And with the yen at this stage in the morning, it's a little bit mixed. The dollar is trading lower to the yen. It was after Friday's, real smashing. Sorry, Friday's fight back, but that was after that really crazy move last week where we saw, all the yen really come back so firmly against majority of the currencies on Thursday, and Friday we saw a fight back, so we did see a nice move there, and a similar story as well with the other risk markets to the yen. And so far this morning it's a little bit mixed. We're seeing the Aussie and the Euro higher. The pound is sort of just very flat at this stage, but there are some signs there though that could have been overdone, and we'll continue to see if fightbacks do continue against the yen this week from the majors that are trading against it. So really crypto as well. Over the weekend we did see some more action on the crypto markets. Now Bitcoin did spend the 2 days down, but on Friday had that very firm session. So far today is a little bit flat, but we do see support here at 43,300. There's a little bit of resistance now at 44,584. We'll continue to see if this trend can continue. We may see a bit of a move down just to test out, and then we'll see if we get another higher low and more further moves up. Some of the real stars last week that really got going dramatically was ADA, for instance. We can just see here. So we go all the way back up to test some of those levels not seen since 2022. Further into 2022, the range has been beaten now. Another one was AvaX, so it's broken above that range point that we were talking about on Friday. So it looks to be well and truly in an uptrend. Well and truly in I don't want to say bull market, but medium-term uptrend now. So we would like to see the next pullback. What happens there if we get a higher low, then a new move higher, and then we'll really start to know if this is the real deal or not. Ethereum as well has been trading beautifully, so it just continues to hold well above those highs that we've seen recently, and at the moment we'll just see now if it can get back up to that 25 area in months to come. And other markets as well. So Sol fought back, put in new weekly highs as well. It didn't finish on them, but we did see that high of 77. So we just want to see if we do see more some pullbacks creep into some of the cryptos. If we do see those become high lows and we see new legs higher, just to continue to look at this trend structure from a standard procedure with higher low, higher high, just showing good strength from buyers. So crypto is definitely one to keep an eye on this week. Gold, it had a bit of a rough end of the week, but stock indices definitely focus should be around there, and some of the other currencies as well. The NDX 100 it's looking pretty good at the moment, just in terms of potential continuation. Will we see this trend continue to fire after this up leg here, and then will we finally see a new test of 16,583? So some of those areas. Oil as well, where we continue to see this momentum carry forward after some decent buying to end last week. And the dollar as well is a little bit interesting at the moment. We have seen a nice higher low, got a bit of a break here in trend. So is the dollar starting to post a bit of a fight back as well at this stage? So a few interesting ones are coming into the fray, and we'll be keeping an eye on this week. And but the one, just finally with the dollar index, one thing to worry about is this resistance here. We don't really see a beat of this resistance at 104.15 and 104.37. That could also be a failed high, and this could also end up being a lower high. So interesting, a couple of interesting little things to keep an eye on there on the dollar. So where we're going to wrap it up this morning with the outlook here. We'll just have a quick look at the ASX to see how Friday's positive influences, how they're continuing to fold out. So the ASX isn't really charging at the moment. We're seeing 8.2 points at the moment, 0.11%, and the Dow Jones as well is not looks like it has a day off today. It's not trading, so we'll continue to see how the yen and other has affected the Nikkei and other Asian indexes as they come online today as well. So that's it for today's update. Thank you very much for your time and for your time in checking this out this morning. We wish you all the best for your trading this week. We'll have a economic outlook video coming out a little bit later today. So we wish you all the best for the new week and good trading, and bye for now.